What's up, guys? This is Big D, and I am the Grim Rider. Back once again for another Motovlog. Just out on the bike today. Got the Undertaker out today. And just cruising along. And something that I wanted to talk to you guys about just a little bit. And I got a question for you, as a matter of fact. And just looking at this view right here, you guys see these handlebars. And I'm talking about these ape hangers. And I've had a few different people ask me about these particular handlebars on this bike. Now, you can't really tell necessarily by this view, but these are 18-inch ape hangers on this bike. And a lot of people have asked me over the years, how is that comfortable? And I say, you know, I don't know, but for me personally, it's one of the most comfortable rides I ever had. Now, without the fairing on this bike like I used to have, it's a little different. I get a little bit more of a human parachute effect than I used to, but still very, very comfortable for me. So that got me to thinking about one particular question, and now this is a question that I asked to all you guys. When it comes to the ape hangers, how tall is too tall? Well, as far as my opinions on the matter, I figure I'll just let you guys know what I feel about this. And as far as I'm concerned, there is no simple answer. And you'll find that with me. The more I continue to do motovlogs like this, when it comes to certain things, to me, there's never any specific, just simple answer. There's always a lot of things to take into consideration. There's a lot of different ways of looking at things, and a lot of things to consider, and this is one of those things. This is no different. When it comes to the ape hangers and how tall is too tall, well, there's a couple different ways of looking at it, and one of those ways is, well, the legal way. Each state mandates exactly how tall your handlebars are able to be. And I have found that in most states, just like here in Michigan, the maximum height is 15 inches. Well, again, since these are 18s, you already know that legally these should not be on this motorcycle. I've only been bugged about it once, and the guy didn't really even bug me about it all that much. The officer, I mean. I've been stopped for it once, and he just kind of said, well, you know, as long as you got, I mean, if you got something like this on your bike, you know, these illegal handlebars. He gave me some grief about my my exhaust as well that day, but he said as long as you have things like this on your bike, you at least have to keep all your other things in check. Like, you know, you got to make sure you're all completely legal on all the other fronts. We're talking the registration, the insurance, you know, the cycle endorsement, all that kind of thing. And you know, and since, you know, I had all those ducks in a row, and he just was like, well, you know, have a nice day. And that's the only time I've ever heard anything about it, as far as my handlebar height. But going back to that handlebar height, as far as that 15 inches goes, I found that varies state by state. Now, again, it seemed like it's 15 inches universal for the most part. It's just the wording per state. Like here in Michigan, it's 15 inches from the lowest point of your seat to the highest point of your hand grips. And with that being the case, with that particular wording, I have seen over the years some people using some creativity to kind of get around that. But other states, like Nebraska, for instance, it's 15 inches from the mounting point of the handlebar, so at the risers, to the top of the handlebar. So obviously that would give you just a little bit more height, being that your risers are going to be up just a little bit higher than the lowest part of your seat. So it kind of varies by state just a little bit as far as the wording goes, and as far as how tall is too tall as far as what the states would mandate. Now, another way of looking at this is the way I prefer to look at it. And that is the way of what is more comfortable for you, what is most comfortable for the individual rider. Now, again, this bike, this has 18-inch ape hangers on it, and Grimm, the Street Glide, has 14-inch ape hangers on that. And quick little story here right quick, it's kind of funny. When I went and bought Grimm, I didn't want the stock handlebars on them at all. I'm not a fan of stock handlebars, and this is where my personal preference for the ape hangers comes into play. I feel like I don't have as much leverage over the bike with the stock handlebars or like a drag bar or something. And it's just simply more comfortable for me to have some height on the bar. So there was a bike there at the shop, and I asked one of the salesmen, I said, how tall are the handlebars on this? Because I sat down, it felt pretty good, and the guy goes, oh, those are 16s. And I'm thinking, well, that don't seem quite right, but, you know, I would imagine this guy knows what he's talking about, so, or no, excuse me. He said that they were 14s, and I said, well, this is pretty comfortable. This is about perfect. Yeah, let me do that. And so I went and told the parts department when I bought the bike, yeah, let me put some 14-inch ape hangers on there, and come to find out they were a little shorter of what I would have liked. I should at least went 16 on the Street Glide on Grimm, but again. So that's my personal preference. I just like having some height because for me it's just more comfortable. And 18-inch ape hangers on this bike sounds ridiculous, but for me, I don't know if it's because I have maybe just a little more upper body or something, but you know, for me, these handlebars seem to be about shoulder height, just a tad over shoulder height. But for me, you know, it really feels good. It really makes for a real comfortable ride to me. And the 14s on the Street Glide, again, I wish they were just a smidge taller, but still, I would take them all day long over the stock handlebars, just because I'm just not a fan of those at all. So, yeah, that's my opinions on the ape hangers. I personally believe it comes down to what you're most comfortable with. You're the one riding the bike, right? And as long as you're not completely ridiculous and over the top with it, you know, I mean, even I know these are a little tall, but at least these ain't like, I don't know, 22s or, you know, something completely ridiculous. As long as you're not completely ridiculous with it and you're going to draw a lot of attention to yourself for being extremely illegal, then, you know, I feel like you should just do, you know, with it and go with a height of your handlebars, whether the ape hangers or not, to what is most comfortable for you, because you're the one that's got to ride the bike, you know. And if you're not comfortable with it, then something's got to change, and that goes for more than just handlebars. We're talking that's seat, that's highway pegs, or whether it's midden mounts or forward controls, anything, windshield or no windshield, whatever the case may be. If it's not comfortable for you, then change it. You know, make it to where it's the most comfortable for you, because you're the one that's got to ride it. And you know, it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. You know, somebody else could look at this bike right here. And again, I've had a few people ask me, how is that comfortable? Like, how can you even ride this bike like that? Those are way too tall, and that's your opinion. To me, these are perfect. And it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks, because I'm the one riding it, and I enjoy it, and so that's what it is. So, yeah, again, there's the legal aspect of it, there's the personal aspect of it. And so it just comes down to personal preference as far as I'm concerned. So, but I want to ask you guys once again, and right before I wrap this up and I get out of here, as far as you guys are concerned, ape hangers, how tall is too tall? Drop your comments down below. I want to hear your guys' opinions on this matter. And I guess that's about it for this topic, for this particular video. So with that being said, I am going to get out of here and just head on down the road. And you see here, Nick the Noob here with me today. He's cruising with me today. So, but yeah, with that being said, if you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell, become part of the Grim crew, so that you don't miss out on any videos in the future, whether it's more motovlogs like this, whether it's more ride videos, Shattered Glass Saloon, road stories, or whatever it is that I get a chance to do. It's a nice view. I gotta watch what I'm doing here. Yeah, so like and subscribe, join the Grim crew, stop by the merchandise shop, pick up your Grim Rider merchandise, rock it, and show that you are part of the Grim crew. With that being said, I am out of here. I am Big D. I am the Grim Rider. That's Nick the Noob. And I am out of here. We'll catch you later, guys.